I read a beautiful post this week that most people don't want to hear your opinion. They want to hear their opinion coming from your mouth. I'm going to be sharing more insights on this in this video, as well as sharing the insights, the lessons that I've learned in 2024 that can actually also help you make 2025 a better year than this year, right? And I know 2024 has been a crazy year for so many people, so many changes, so many things coming to light. The way we started 2024 and the way we're ending, it's like a boom, mind blown. And it's been an amazing journey for me personally, and also being a witness to so many changes happening in my environment. I'm going to be sharing more on the lessons that I've learned, the challenges, and all of that, and how you can also tap into the same lessons that can actually help make 2025 a better year for you. I'm also going to be sharing with you my new program, Spiritual Mastery Program, that combines both soul element and quantum flow that can actually really be amazing tools you can tap into to again awaken your full potential in 2025. We don't want to have the same year, right? We want to be different. We want to make 2025 a better year. You don't want to stay the same. You don't want to stay stuck. You don't want to stay stuck in patterns that no longer serve you. And this beautiful tools can actually help make 2025 a huge, huge transformational and growth year for you. Okay. So I'm going to be sharing this at the end of this video. Hi, my name is Eva. I'm an intuitive healer. I work with two modalities again, quantum flow and solar element. So quantum flow is all about rewiring your nervous system, and spiritual and solar element is all about working with Akashic records and helping you connect with your true identity, helping you to awaken your gifts, and helping you to release negative karmic patterns that you might have imprinted within your soul blueprint. But again, I'm going to be sharing more on this at the end of this video. So I love starting my videos by actually sharing my lesson for the week. And I do this because my intention is we're here to grow, we're here to evolve, and every day aim to be a little bit better than you were the previous day, okay? So I do that by sharing the lessons and the aha moments that I've gained. So my biggest lesson this week was the belief that everything that happens in the external reality, regardless of how it looks like, because remember that situations are usually normally neutral, right? It's only that when we're looking at it from a negative kind of perspective, then we're going to label that situation as bad. And when we're looking at it from a positive kind of lens, we're going to label that situation as good. But if you can adopt the belief that everything that happens to you will always work for your greatest benefit, regardless of how it looks. So sometimes you might encounter a situation that's really frustrating, something that was unexpected that you didn't want to happen to you, and then it happens to you. Instead of allowing those your emotions to take over you, the negative mindset and all of that, adopt the belief or the idea that even if it looks like this, and you don't even know how the outcome is gonna come about, just know that whatever transpires, whatever the outcome that comes from the situation is always going to serve you in a positive way. And the minute you hold on to that, regardless of what is happening on the external world, it could be you're having one of the worst days, so many mishaps and all of that, but you don't know why that is happening. Yes, it's frustrating. But as long as you have this and you keep on reminding yourself that this is happening for me, and whatever comes out of it, it's always going to be for my best, my greatest good, then boom, you can immediately shift out of whatever negative vibration you might be getting sucked into and start observing the situation as literally just laughing at whatever is happening. Because sometimes certain things happen, you're like, this is not my day. If you can adopt the mindset to just laugh at those situations and just wait and observe at what transpires after, it's going to amaze you at how, when you get to the end of whatever that experience is, it's just going to hit you like, oh, wait, that's why all that happens, so that it could lead me to this. And if you already have this belief, that's usually where you head into. Most people, on the other hand, normally get stuck in feeling sad about the situation, complaining and all of that, the negative vibrations and all of that. And they get stuck into feeling low and feeling sad and feeling frustrated and all of that, which takes the joy. Obviously, it's not a joyful experience you might be having, but it takes away the joy of the learning process, right? Sometimes things happen that even if you don't know what the outcome is, if you actually believe that it's going to be for your greatest benefit, you can learn so much from that situation. That was my lesson for the week. I had a beautiful, weird experience, car breaking down in the most weird place, and just so many beautiful things transpired from that because it was a bit frustrating when it happened, but when I just tapped into this mindset, I was like, you know what? I don't know what is going on, but I know it's gonna work out for the greatest. And guess what? It actually did. And I'm not gonna be sharing how what transpired after that, but it actually turned out better than I could have expected. So that's a beautiful lesson you can tap into as you head into 2025. So my biggest lessons for this year, and I love to hear how you've grown in this year. What lessons have you learned? It doesn't matter if you even feel like you mostly faced a lot of failure, a lot of mistakes, a lot of shame, a lot of guilt of things maybe you could have, should have, would have done, and all of that. It doesn't matter. You can choose at this moment to say that, you know what, regardless of whatever mistake, whatever failure I face, now I know not to do that again. So that's your lesson learned for this year. Whatever that is, I love to hear your thoughts. I love to hear your lessons. I love to know how you've grown, the beautiful insights, both from my channel or any other thing you've been tapping into. Do share in the comments because you never know what insights or nuggets of wisdom you can actually drop in the comments that might actually help another person that might be experiencing the same thing that you did, because I believe that we're all here to learn from each other and everyone has their own genius and their own wisdom to share. But we'll never get to tap into that as long as you're holding it inside. So I'm opening the floor up for you, getting you to actually share in the comments, and let's learn from each other. So I'm gonna start first by sharing my biggest lesson I think for this year. One of my biggest struggles was to this like whole idea of trust and surrender. And I know a lot of personal development teachers are always talking about this, manifestation teachers, all of that. They're always talking about trust and surrender, trust and surrender. And I could not get this. When I thought I had the lesson, boom, something else will happen and I'll just go into the negative vibration. Like, why me? Why is this happening to me? And I know you can relate to that, right? So my biggest lesson this year was I learned to just let go and stop worrying so much about a future that has not happened yet. I stopped creating these negative scenarios because I realized that the future has not been created. The future is me creating it right now. And as long as I'm tapping into those negative thoughts and negative thought patterns and all of that, I'm creating more of that, more of what I don't want. So I literally taught myself how to let go of worry and learning to trust that whatever situation I encounter, I'm going to have everything I need in that moment to handle that situation as it is. Beautiful lesson. So my biggest lesson this year was to learn how to trust and surrender and to live in the now moment. Stop thinking about the past, because so many times we get stuck again in patterns of shame and guilt because we've done a mistake that we're in so much judgment of ourselves. So, and trust me, your ego is an expert at this, at making you feel horrible about yourself. It's very judgy. Any judgment, remember, that comes, whatever thought patterns that come into your mind that are always a bit judgmental and all of that, please remind yourself that's never the real you. The real you is the consciousness that's behind it, your spirit that's observing everything happen, that's observing the thoughts, that's observing your emotions and all of that. You are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions. And if you can keep and have that awareness that anytime you're experiencing something, not to personify or identify so much with that, and actually say, you know what, this is not the real me. So whenever you're feeling that judgment coming in your mind, you just remind yourself, this isn't me. I'll never talk to myself the way that I'm talking to myself in my mind. So living in the moment means you're letting go of, even if you've just made a mistake like 5 minutes ago, then you can't go back and change that. It's already done. The best you can do is from the now moment, aim to be better. Beautiful lesson that you can carry with you in 2025. I know at the end of this year is where we start reflecting on, oh boy, I had these resolutions, I had these goals, I haven't achieved any. I think a lot of us go experience that, right? I'm not an exception to that. But the thing I learned is that I can't do much. There's nothing much I can change about the things I should have done, but I can change it in the now. So living in the now means that I'm connected to the now moment and I'm taking actions from now. Worrying about the future, about something that hasn't happened, again, that's a very fear-based belief system, right? Most of the time, the thing that you're thinking in your mind never actually transpire. And even when they do, they're not as bad as you've created in your mind. Remember, you have this weird horrible fashion that if I go there, this is the worst thing that could happen. I'll give you an example. I was doing lives in March. I was terrified of doing lives on YouTube for such a long time. I started posting my videos in YouTube in 2022. And I remember the circle I was in, they used to love going live on their Facebook pages or I think on their Instagram, some of them. And I could not do that. I would see them like, no, that's not for me. I was very comfortable just uploading the video because then I could control. In case I say the wrong thing and all of that, I could just stop and start again and all of that. In a live, you're not able to do that. In a live, you have to literally be your best. And in March of this year, I woke up and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go there and I'm gonna do it and see what happens. And I did it, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. In fact, if anything, I actually fell in love with going live. I know I stopped doing it, but I am gonna go back to it eventually. I really did fall in love with it because it was just me, right? And I was okay with making the mistakes and okay with whatever perceived judgments I thought I'd receive from anyone tuning in to watch it. I was okay with that. So my biggest lesson was it was all the fear-based mentality was all in my mind. But the minute I let that go and I just took the action, I realized that I literally had nothing to fear. That was a beautiful game changer for me. The other lesson that I love to share with you in this year has been to accept people for who they are, right? A beautiful, beautiful lesson you can tap into for yourself. Because we're living in an age where, and right now, there's a certain thing that's happening with one of the teachers that I've been following, or not following, but I've kind of been listening to this person's videos for some time. And sometimes I agree, sometimes I don't agree. But right now, this person is going through a very huge scandal. I'm not going to mention the name because I don't want to give energy or attention to that. But I'm looking at this and I remember seeing the argument because it was an argument and everyone is talking about it right now. And I'm seeing it from both sides. And in my mind, I'm thinking, why can't both of you just be right at the same time? Like, why does it have to be an either or? Can it be this and that? And this is how I'm choosing to look at life through, you know. And again, this is a question that I had because, you know, sometimes you think you know so much and you want to get everyone because like you discovered the right tool, the best tool that can help so many people and all of that because it's done wonders for you. You know, for me, that's what I experienced with Soul Realm and Quantum Flow. But the biggest lesson I've had to tap into is that we're not all the same. What works for me is not what's going to work for you. So for some people, yes, they might gravitate towards doing an Akashic reading, soul realms. For some other person might be a past life regression. From some other person, it could be some other form of breathwork. For another person, it could be yoga. For another person, it could be therapy and all of that. Why can't we just accept that we're all different and we're all unique and we're all in different paths and we're all here to experience ourselves in our own ways? Why does it have to be that the minute you meet someone that goes against your belief system, it becomes a whole attack kind of thing? Like, I'm going to attack you. I'm going to make sure that you know that you were wrong for believing in whatever you want to believe in. So, one of my biggest lessons this year is just to accept people, accept that truth that whatever they're tapping into, it's not wrong, it's not bad, it's not right, it's not anything. It's just, it's perfect for them because that's what they are a vibrational match to. So accept people for who they are and also learn to accept that multiple truths can actually coexist at the same time. So remember that sometimes truth is very subjective. So again, what feels true to me might not feel true to you. And that's okay because we're not seeing life through the same lens. We're not seeing life through the same perspective. So how I see the world is not how you're gonna see the world. I could have a whole set of rules and experiences and programs that are running in me based on my life experiences, and so are you. So whatever healing modality, whatever belief system you're tapping into, as long as it serves your greatest good. This is the point that I actually want to do for this video. Whatever it is you're tapping into, make sure that it first of all it feels safe, that it feels sacred, and it feels simple and just works for you. Don't tap into a belief system just because everyone else is saying no, we need to attack this person, so you're going to attack them. And you, on the other hand, have a completely different view of system, a different view of looking at things, which is what I'm currently experiencing right now with this current debacle that's happening with this teachers that that, I had been tapping into. Because I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, I know everyone is saying this, but I'm like, in my perspective, doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. And another lesson that I learned in this is that just because someone says it's true does not mean it has to be true for you. So I learned to question everything and make sure that whatever it is, whatever I'm choosing to believe or accept about a certain situation, it's something that is aligned to who I am. Which is a beautiful way that actually um, touches on what I wanted to talk about today, which is about knowing thyself. A very important lesson that you really, really need to have as we go into 2025. 2024 has been a year of a lot of things coming to light, coming to truth. So many people having opinions about so many things. Sometimes you wake up and you're thinking that, okay, I listen to that side, so I believe that this is true. Then a whole other person comes up with their truth that just makes you feel like, was I wrong to believe in what I believed in the first time round? This is why I'm saying that it's really important to know yourself. If you don't know yourself, you're going to be so lost. And I think 2025 is going to be a magnified version of 2024. That's what I'm tapping into. Like, if we think 2024 was crazy, 2025 is about to get a whole lot crazier. And if you don't know who you are, you don't know what your truth is, you don't know what your value is, you don't know what beliefs actually serve you, you could get lost in all of this. You could find yourself in arguments that don't even make sense with people who have a right to believe in whatever they believe in based on their life experiences. And you might even be convinced to agree with them and then tap into something that actually doesn't serve you. So if it doesn't serve you, if it doesn't feel simple, sacred, or safe, let it go. You don't have to do that. Even if everyone around you saying, believe in this. No, know thyself. That's the best gift you can give to yourself. Know who you are, know what you stand for, know what works for you, and let go of anything else that goes against that. Okay. I shared a beautiful quote that I heard today that most people don't actually want to hear your opinion. They want to hear their opinion coming from your mouth. And that's actually true in the sense that the minute you start tapping into a certain belief system, guess what happens? You start trying to find the evidence of that truth all around you. And believe me, you will find evidence of that. It's called, I think, confirmation bias. The minute you start believing that, for example, this person is bad and anything that they've been saying about whatever they've been talking about is wrong and all of that, guess what? You're going to start seeing a ton of people appearing in your vibration, in your view, that you didn't even know about before, will actually match that current view that you have right now. You'll always have that confirmation bias. And most people, once they tap into that, now they go into the system like, oh yeah, so I was right. I was right to think the way I was thinking, right? Again, confirmation bias. Just because you believe it to be true does not make it true. If you can learn how to just take the observer role and be like, not just listening to everyone, but tapping into your intuition and allowing your intuition to lead the way. That can be a make a huge difference in your 2025, especially because I know there is so many stories that are going to be coming to light. It is important that you know who you are. Otherwise, you're going to get lost in all of this chaos. You will get lost, and I will not want that for you. Okay. The other truth I wanted to tap into is that the element of when you're trying to create something new. So I never got this lesson before, but I've really started tapping into embodying it just this last couple of months that if you're trying to create something new, there's always going to be a sacrifice for that. What do I mean by that? There's always a price to pay. You cannot create anything new without destroying whatever is there. And I know destruction feels a very powerful, strong, negative oriented word. But look at it this way. You have so much stuff going on. If you want to call something new into your life, you're gonna have to let go of some of those things. It's kind of like looking at a crammed closet or something. Yeah, you want new things, but if you don't have space for that, where on earth are you gonna keep your new stuff? Gotta let go of the old ones to make new for the new things in your closet, the new things that you want to wear. Maybe you're not even using the old stuff anymore. And this applies to literally every area of your life. And if you want to create new results, the only way to do that is by doing things, first of all, by, of course, doing things differently to create different results, but also letting go of everything that does not serve the new you you're trying to create. That's a really important reminder as you go into 2025. That let go of all those belief systems, all those thought patterns, all those emotions, all those patterns that have been keeping you stuck in a loop that does not serve you. Let them go as you head into 2025 and aim to be better. The best thing you can do in 2025 actually is don't try to do so much, because this is where most people make the mistake. They try to do a lot. They want to lose 30 kgs by the end of January and all of that, setting such goals. And by all means, go as big as you want, but give yourself the time to accomplish that. Of course, losing that amount of, unless you're maybe going for some surgery or some weird thing, maybe then you can accomplish that. But who's actually doing that? Not everyone is doing that, right? So, yes, do set the ambitious goal by all means, but give yourself the time to accomplish that. You might not be able to lose the 30 kgs in 1 month, but you can do it in 1 year, given the right set of circumstances. And now you embark that every day, this is my structure. I want to lose 30 kgs by the end of December 2025. And this is what I'm going to be doing every day. And you will get there. But the whole thing about putting so much to at one go, I think this is where people start going wrong. That you want to wake up and say, now I'm going to start exercising every day. Maybe you've never even gone to the gym or even done any kind of exercise, and then you want to start on the get go that I'm just going to go boom, hold on, every day I'm going to be exercising. You start small. That'll be my best advice for you. If it means, um, I'm going to start with, even if it's exercising once per week. Once per week is something you can commit to. And once you get used to that, now you start adding on to that. Now you say, so now that I've hacked the 1 week, now I can do 2 weeks, two times in a week, and then three, and then four, and then five, and then six, and then seven. And now all of a sudden you're exercising every day. But don't go too big, because most people get it wrong. You're going to go too big the first week, and then boom, you start losing momentum by the time the second week clocks in. And the third week, boom, you're back to old patterns. So don't try to do so much. I'll give yourself the time to accomplish everything you want to accomplish, okay? Set ambitious goals. I don't care. If you want a crazy car, a G-Wagon, I don't care. Even if it seems so ridiculous, set that goal for yourself. But give yourself the time. Let go of expectation as to when that is going to happen for you. And trust that it's going to happen at the right and perfect moment for you when everything is in alignment. So set the goal and then release the expectations. But by all means, endeavor to take one tiny steps towards that goal. Because remember that again, you can't just visualize and think that that is just going to manifest whatever it is that you want. You're going to have to take actions to make that happen. Okay. So keep in mind that yes, set the ambitious goal, but you also come up with a strategy of how you intend on accomplishing that. So again, this also goes hand in hand. Set the ambitious goal, yes, that maybe right now you might not be able to know how that's going to come about, but also have an idea of how you're going to do that. Just don't say that, I want this kind of a car, this kind of a house, and not have a plan on how you're going to make that happen. Does it mean you have to get another job? Does it mean you have to get a promotion? Does it mean you have to get a side hustle or something? Like have a structured way of a way that that can actually come about. And maybe you might not be able to figure everything out at the get-go, but you can tap into what is the next best step for me right now. So I want the car, I want the house. What is the next best step for me? Maybe today I work on identifying the location of that house. Once you have that location, okay, that's done. And then now taking those small incremental steps. Okay, so I'm just giving an example. So I don't know how you will go about getting a house for yourself, but I'm just giving an example. So just seeing what the next best step is and then taking that. Don't think too much about it. Just go and do it. And believe me, by the end of 2025, you're gonna be way much better than how you started 2025. So those are like my little nuggets of wisdom that I wanted to drop as we end the year. And I want to hear from you. What about everything that I've shared today resonates with you? What are you going to start tapping into to also help you as you head into 2025? And I love to hear your thoughts. Well, again, what lessons have you learned? How have you grown? How have you evolved? And I don't care how small you want to judge yourself for whatever growth you've experienced. It does not matter. No win is too small. Celebrate it nonetheless. So do share in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and also click on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any kind of content I share out in my channel. Looking forward to seeing you guys in the new year. I did promise I was going to share with you my beautiful, beautiful program that I'm going to start taking on new clients in this new year. It's called the Spiritual Mastery Program, and this can be a huge game changer for you as you head into 2025 to really tap into wellness, the well-being in your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, energetic well-being. This beautiful program is going to be a game changer for you. So I'm going to share my screen for a bit just to get you to tap into what it is all about. So, Spiritual Mastery Program, okay? Let me just scroll down. So this is perfect for you. The problems that this program is going to solve for you is that if you're feeling emotionally drained and disconnected from life's purpose, if you've been feeling stuck in limiting beliefs and negative thought patterns, if you've been struggling with unresolved trauma affecting your daily life, if you feel like you're lacking inner peace and struggling with stress and anxiety, if you feel like you're struggling with mental fog, difficulty concentrating, and emotional overwhelm, if you're feeling like you're lacking clarity and direction on your spiritual journey, if you're looking for spiritual guidance but unable to access deeper states of intuition and inner guidance, if you're lacking connection to your divine soul blueprint and true self, and also if you're lacking the ability to manifest your desired goals and dreams, this spiritual mastery program will be a great, great fit for you if you're struggling with any of this. What are the dream outcomes you will expect after going through the program with me? First of all, you're going to be feeling deeply connected to your purpose and your inner peace. You're going to be fully empowered with newfound clarity and spiritual wisdom, again, about who you are and what you're here to do. You're going to experience profound emotional healing and release. You're going to become the best version of yourself aligned with your soul's purpose. You're going to be deeply connected to your intuition and higher guidance. You're going to live a life filled with meaning, purpose, and spiritual fulfillment. Remember, as long as you're connected to who you are, your authentic self, this is a direct result, what you're going to experience from that. You're going to live authentically free from past traumas and limiting beliefs that have been keeping you stuck in the same karmic pattern, the same experiences over and over again. You're going to find yourself living in true harmony, first of all, with yourself and also with the people around you. Believe me, people are actually going to see a huge change in you after this beautiful program. You're going to live with a deep sense of inner peace and emotional balance, literally tapping into becoming unfuckwittable. This is a beautiful, beautiful world that I first had from Vishen Lakiani, where it doesn't matter what's happening outside of you, you can start tapping into that inner state of bliss, of peace, of calmness, regardless of what's going on around you. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful skill you can master in 2025. And of course, you're also going to become more confident and in manifesting your dreams and desires and also in who you actually are. Okay. So what do you expect with the spiritual mastery programs? First of all, once you sign up for it, I will be giving you a bonus of a free property realignment reading. So property realignment, remember that any property that we may have bought or we may be leasing or renting or whatever, it's always a vibrational match to who you are. What usually happens with some of my clients is that the minute you experience a soul realignment reading or something, and then your vibration starts shifting, guess what? You're no longer a vibrational match to who? To whatever space you're living in. With property realignment, we're bringing you back into alignment with who you are becoming and also allowing the property to align so that you're not feeling uneasy, you're experiencing some weird drama happening within your household just because you've changed. So I'm going to be giving you a free property realignment reading if you book this mastery program. You're going to have 6 weeks of personalized support and guidance from me. Okay. So remember, you're going to have access to me on WhatsApp, on Telegram, on email support, whatever works for you. You're going to be tapping into anytime you have questions for me, just shoot me a message and I'll respond to you. You're going to experience a soul realignment reading. This is what you will experience with me first week. where we will be going into an in-depth soul reading that reveals your divine soul blueprint, which is a detailed, unique map of who you are at a soul level. You're going to discover how your soul was actually designed, identify your soul level gifts, identify any negative karmic patterns, and basically learn whatever choices that you've been making, both in this lifetime and probably in previous lifetimes that have been taking you away from who you were designed to be. Remember, the minute we start making choices that take away from who we were designed to be, it only creates dysfunction in our experience. So, if you want to know why you've been going through certain circumstances in your life, this soul alignment reading will be a game changer for you to learn the root cause and also learn how you can make different choices and create better experiences for yourself. You'll also be receiving a 21 days clearing homework from me after the end of this reading that you're going to be tapping into during the 6 weeks with me, right? You're going to be receiving also 5 powerful recorded quantum flow activations with me. So that will be for the next 5 weeks. We're going to be meeting one-on-one on Zoom, where I'm going to actually be helping you rewire your nervous system. So remember, when you're working with the blueprint, right, with quantum flow now, we're going to be now incorporating the healing to your physical well-being, releasing any stuck patterns that have been recorded within your nervous system. This is what quantum flow is all about, because it will be used in breathwork, sound, and movement to help you tap into that. You're going to be expecting weekly workbooks from me, right? With each and every week, you're going to be getting a workbook to help you go deeper, to help you reflect, and giving you also additional insight. Again, email support, WhatsApp, Telegram support, whatever works for you. You're going to be getting the weekly and daily journaling prompts within the workbooks. You're going to be also getting additional quantum flow meditation audios that are linked to my channel. You're going to be getting free access to that. And of course, you get lifetime access to all this material because you'll be able to download and keep the recordings and enjoy this material long after our time together. Okay. So, and I cannot stress enough why on earth you should sign up for this program. First of all, what will you gain? Emotional freedom, free yourself again from past traumas and resolve emotional pain and lingering mental blocks, clarity and purpose, understand who you are at soul level. I mean, how many people right now are completely lost as to who they are? They have zero idea because their entire life system, their entire belief of who they are is based on what the people around them have said that they are. With soul alignment, you're actually going to be getting a clarity as to who you are and really stepping into your authentic self. You're going to be, of course, empowered manifestation. The minute you break away from limiting beliefs that have been keeping you stuck, guess what? Also, you're going to be getting momentum and more energy that you can use to manifest your goals. Quantum flow will help you reprogram your mindset, enabling you to move beyond any self-doubt and truly step into your power. You're going to be feeling a deep spiritual connection and peace after this with this spiritual mastery program. And of course, throughout the 6 weeks, you'll also be getting a dedicated support and encouragement from me with our weekly one-on-one session where we're going to be tapping into whatever your experiences, whatever new insights, whatever pain, whatever you're experiencing within the 6 weeks with me. And you'll also be getting additional 2 weeks support from me after our session together. Now, what would you say is the value of experiencing this level of transformation in your life? So financially, I want you to ask yourself, how much will you grow with your income, when you start confidently pursuing opportunities aligned with your unique talents and purposes? How much will you save by avoiding costly mistakes that you make by indecision, thanks to now getting greater clarity and intuitive decision making that you will receive from having this spiritual mastery program with me? And how valuable will it be for you to break from any financial limitation rooted in self-doubt, empowering you to reach your true earning potential? Some of these experiences, like you can't even attach a dollar amount because literally it's freaking priceless. Remember, you've been stuck in these patterns for such a long time. With this program, you're going to be breaking down those patterns and getting to awaken a new, better version of yourself. When it comes to time, how much more time would you gain for family, hobbies, and personal fulfillment by accelerating your spiritual growth and healing journey? How much time will you save by accelerating your progress towards your life goals instead of spending years in uncertainty? How much more productive will your days be if you spent less time in stress and overwhelm? Thanks to, again, once you start now emotionally regulating yourself and bringing yourself back to alignment, how much more productive are you going to become? How much more time will you gain by making decisions faster and with more confidence? Remember, once we clear out all those murkiness that have been keeping you stuck, and keeping you unable to tap into that inner spark, inner light, inner intuition, you can make decision much faster because they will be aligned with your true soul, path, right? Emotionally, how will it feel to release the weight of self-doubt and embrace a strong, unwavering sense of self-worth? How much will it mean for you to experience greater resilience and peace in the face of life's challenges rather than feeling overwhelmed? And what will it be like for you to feel a deep, lasting connection to your true purpose? Again, I love to hear from you how much all of this is worth for you. So, this program is basically an investment in your personal freedom, your inner peace, and spiritual growth. The clarity, the confidence, and emotional freedom that you will gain from this journey is, to me, literally priceless. Okay. So if all this feels good for you and you're like, yes, Eva, let's jump in. I want to create all this beautiful, beautiful experiences for myself in 2025. I'm going to invite you to get started by, first of all, booking a reading with me, right? Booking a discovery call with me. So you can scan the QR code that's on your screen right now. And I'm also going to be leaving a link to that in the description box down below. So you can click on the link, book a discovery call with me. And first of all, in this call, it's a complimentary call just to really determine if this spiritual mastery program is a great fit for you. So book the call. Let's figure out what will actually work best for you. If not, I can recommend what might actually be a better fit for you within the call. Okay. So again, it's free. It's just us determining what works best for you and just seeing, if this is gonna be a great fit for you. So again, I hope I'm gonna see you on the other side, and let's make 2025 the year that we awaken the new and better version of you. So thank you so much for tuning in. Sending you so much love and wishing you an amazing, amazing New Year. Thank you. Love and blessings. And thank you so much for being my loyal supporter, person who follows me, supports me, watches my videos. I love you so much for that. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you liking my video. I appreciate you subscribing to my channel. You do not know how much that means to me. Thank you so much. And let me know how I can make this channel better for you so that I'm actually talking about things that you want to hear about, maybe something you're struggling about. Do share it in the comments or reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram. Again, the links to that are in the comment description box down below. Connect with me and let's see what I can actually help you awaken within yourself. Thank you again and love and blessings.